This is the cradle of Italian liberty, the capital of the Piedmont. In the shadow of the Swiss Alps, this is Turin, or Torino, as the locals call it. And for the very first time tonight, we'll host Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix and presented by DoorDash. And we are at the Analpi Arena, built for ice hockey in the 2006 Winter Olympics. It'll be jam-packed tonight as fans are still buzzing after last night's clash in Italy. This is the cradle of Italian liberty. Turin, Italy. Over 12,000 WWE fans are expected for Clash in Italy.
You look at this card tonight, it is a WrestleMania-worthy card.
Gunther, Cody Rhodes for the championship. Cody Rhodes got it. The win belongs to the American Nightmare, but Gunther immediately began protesting. His foot was up in the bottom rope.
Yep.
If Gunther wants a rematch, I'd do a rematch with Gunther right here, right now. Rhea Bloody Ripley defends her gold against the former champion.
Rhea Ripley game yesterday.
Is the time now for the upstart Sol Ruka.
One thing about me is I'm damn good at proving people wrong, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today.
Sol Ruka wins your first major championship. It is the biggest rematch in history as the Roar over
Brock Lesnar and over have to sit today. Long ago.
This is becoming a beatdown of biblical proportion.
Go.
Chuck slap delivers. Belly now. Quickly to Porno and Elfness. Able to reverse it.
F5. The mouse table.
Paul Heyman is ready to count. Tommy just stood up. Lesnar looks like he's seen a ghost. Belly's got a chance.
F5 one more time. F5. No, Rose, race.
The world has been usurped. Tribal combat for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Tribal combat. Roman Reigns is winning.
Defends his seat at the head
Go
of the
to the
table
one
against
for Roman Reigns.
Jacob Fatu. The winner is the world champion. The loser must acknowledge
Tribal
his
King.
tribal chief. Roman Reigns, the bulldogs to the head. Trying to break the head of the two. Ultimate spear.
Legend. Legend.
The exposed steel foot. Spear right by two. Moves up.
Legend.
John Reigns has lost it. Spear.
Yeah.
Another spear.
Go.
The Samoan werewolf has been domesticated at the hands of the still head of the table, the still world champion, Roman Reigns.
It's doing the challenge.
Trying to shine a light on my legacy in a positive manner, which y'all are posting my hand. Keep on trying.
You didn't get away the back one. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Yeet. Yeet. Roman. I got the ones. Mr. Vitality. What's up? You're watching Monday Night Raw afternoon. Watching some wrestling in the background. Go up to 1 for the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns, OTC. Trying to what? OTC. 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 Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jimmy and Jay, the
Uso.
Usos, and the world
The weight champion.
the
OTC.
Roman
Reigns.
It seems that Roman Reigns has some scores to settle.
OTC. OTC.
You can see the fans here in Italy rushing the barricade. Thousands upon thousands of ones in the sky for the Tribal Chief's arrival. When asked last night why the Usos are back in tow,
Who you like wrestling? Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
he said, "I'm trying to shine a light on my legacy, but there are folks out there forcing my hand." And one of those was Jacob Fatu. So the question now is tonight, Corey, will he acknowledge his tribal chief? Per the rules of tribal combat, that's exactly what Jacob Fatu must do tonight in Torino. But also, let's not forget the closing moments of last night, Clash in Italy, who we saw on the other side of the barricade as Roman left ringside with his cousins Jimmy and Jay. The MFT, led by Solo Sikoa, the Usos' brother and Roman's cousin.
OTC. Drop the ones in the chat for Roman. OTC. 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 Let's go, Georgie. Listen to fail. Listening to fail. OTC. OTC. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Torino! Acknowledge
I acknowledge
me.
you, tribal chief. The head of the table. OTC. 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 OTC.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time because there is no day like Acknowledgement Day.
Acknowledgement Day. From JF52. OTC. OTC. OTC.
OTC, where Jacob at right now? First day on the job, he already late, Oos.
You're already late.
Come on, Jacob.
Get up. Yeet. Yeet. You have another. So you lost. You lost, you have to do it. But I'm saying you lost, you have to do it. You have another one. Become the small werewolf. Straight up 5-2, you have another one. 5-2. Not good for okay. Get up everyone. 5-2. Down 9. Fighting. Fighting. Fighting.
Let's not drag this thing out, Jacob.
Yep.
You know what time it is.
Yep. What time is it?
Yeah, you're moving too slow anyway, Jacob. You know what time it is.
Yep.
Papaveus.
Yep.
Jacob! I'm over here.
The promise. You lost. TC. OTC. TC. I deny you.
That tribal combat, I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew the consequences. I knew the repercussions. Hell, I knew what would happen if I walked out with that title last night. And I knew what would happen if I lost. Hell, I've been taking L's my whole life. It ain't nothing new to me. Taking L's my whole life brought me right here, standing right here in front of you right now.
Cartoon. 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 Cartoon.
Speaking of a loss, last night, clash in Italy, in front of the whole world, and including my children. My children seen their father be a man, take a loss, and keep his word. And last night, I lost
Yep.
to my tribal chief.
Yep. I'm sorry too.
But I didn't lose to your punk ass, Jay. Ah, but let's keep it 100. Rowan.
I
Acknowledge you.
Yep. I'm doing it. NPC. Acknowledge him.
You don't understand this right now, Jacob. But I love you.
It's on now, Jacob. You hear it now, baby. And this is a message to everybody in that locker room, Moose. This is a warning shot. Wow.
Yeah.
They the tools. And
We are one.
one.
You're hurting your dirt.
The OTC grows stronger and stronger. A Samoan
Now they're stronger now. They're better.
his word honoring the blood oath of tribal combat, acknowledging the OTC.
If I could, and now it's winning. And I tell you right now. 95 versus NFTs now. He owns the WWE then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, once again insulating himself with family. And now he is a dangerous Samoan werewolf on the leash that he can unleash at any time.
As if Roman Reigns needed to amass even more power. The tribal chief right now might as well be bulletproof.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at ringside tonight, Michael Cole and Corey Graves, thank you for joining us in Torino, Italy. It has been quite the weekend for WWE, of course, Clash in Italy yesterday. Saturday night, AAA, Monterrey, Mexico. The world is still talking about it. We have breaking news about this right now.
The world is still abuzz about the mask versus mask match between El Grande Americano and the original El Grande Americano. Well, you have the opportunity to relive it tonight.
Nice.
Or watch it for the very first time, because immediately following Monday Night Raw, we will present that match in its entirety right here on Netflix.
A special encore presentation here tonight. We're also joined at ringside by our Italian commentary team, none other than Luca Franchini and the Calaposa.
Ciao Italia! Ciao mondo! E viva sempre la WWE!
Sia fantastico, meraviglioso! Viva l'Italia, ragazzi! Hello, Netflix, siamo qui! What they said.
I think they want you to get a face tattoo.
Quite the night tonight, including our main event. Where
Winning
Seth
Rollins
Rollins
versus Brock.
looks to end this rivalry and put it to bed with Braun Breaker of Division. Paul Heyman, of course, the Oracle from Division. Braun Breaker now one half of the tag team champions with that man Austin Theory. Breaker, Rollins live in our main event tonight. And fresh off the biggest win of her career last night, the brand new Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruka, is here. Also tonight, the start of the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments.
The coronation draws near. For two worthy competitors, royalty awaits. The king and queen will be crowned.
The King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, where legends have been made and careers have been built.
A grueling tournament where champions are forged in combat, where victory sets a path to greatness,
I am your queen.
and future Hall of Famers take their first step towards immortality.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. I'm royalty. It's true.
Yeah. King, but
The prize, a World Championship opportunity at SummerSlam. Today, in Turin, Italy, the quest for glory begins as the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments commence. Top superstars from Raw and SmackDown look to survive and advance to the finals of the Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Who will earn a World Championship opportunity? Who will seize their destiny and become the next King and Queen of the Ring?
Last night in the Clash in Italy post-show, the brackets were announced. Run us through it, Corey. An absolutely stacked field, as it always historically has been. A series of fatal four-way matches will determine who move on to the next round. Tonight, we get to look forward to Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Julia, and Lash Legend all battling out to make it to the next round. Look on the other side of the field. Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Lyra Valkyria, and Women's Intercontinental Champion Sol Ruka. And let's take a look at the men's side of things. All of these men jockeying for the opportunity to challenge either Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. The winner getting an opportunity in one of the main events at the biggest party of the summer tonight. Penta, Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, and Carmelo Hayes kick things off.
What?
No, let's get to that matchup right now.
Panda versus Oba. Oba gonna win.
The trouble is a first round match in the King of the Ring tournament. Entering first from A to Mexico, weighing for 87 kilos. He is the Intercontinental Champion.
This will be a squash match. Watch. This will be a squash match. Oh, a fatal four-way. Fatal four-way.
Who advances in the King of the Ring tournament live on Netflix?
Let's get ready to DoorDash! Oh, the pie has been delivered straight to the face! Hope he likes it sunny side up. And flour, and we get a cake. Here he comes. Ooh, ice cold. That's what I call a smackdown! Here's a man who got exactly what he ordered. When the bell rings, DoorDash is here.
Who win this match? Penta over Femi, Soro, or Carmelo Hayes?
So pleases. And after the closing moments of Clash in Italy, one has to wonder, is Solo's master plan to win the King of the Ring tournament, to earn his way to SummerSlam, to then challenge the World Heavyweight Champion?
And what Corey is referring to is after tribal combat is Roman and the Usos and Jacob Fatu were leaving the arena. Solo Sikoa, Talatago were in the crowd looking on. So you have to wonder, what does that mean? What does that mean for the future of not only Reigns' bloodline, but the MFT?
Look at the size of the behemoth Talatonga. With an attitude as big as he is bad. A monster of a human being certainly enhances Solo Sikoa's chances in this fatal four-way.
Over. Penta over Soro or Carmelo Hayes. Over.
Then don't put it from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing at 310 pounds.
Wow. Femi.
You see Femi's left arm heavily taped, the damage done by the Beast Brock Lesnar last night at Clash in Italy. And Carmelo Hayes brought right up normal Femi. It runs into a right hand. Penta tries to save. He's taken out. Solo Sikoa taken down as well. Behold the ruler. It took 7. And one through an announce table by Brock Lesnar to keep all the Femi down last night.
Even with one badly damaged arm, you have to ask yourself, did Brock Lesnar shatter Oba's aura of invincibility? That doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, but this seems to be great strategy to start things off. 3 men going after Oba Femi, who obviously is the favorite and the biggest threat in this matchup. For those running uppercuts by Femi to Penta and Carmelo Hayes. A little Sikoa though, and that didn't even face Femi. No. After the Samoan spike, blocked, and Femi knocks Solo Sikoa out of the ring with a right hand. Never no countouts, no disqualifications. First man to gain pinfall or submission will win this matchup and advance to the semifinals of the King of the Ring. And right now it's one-on-one inside the ring. Penta and Hayes.
This is a golden opportunity for both Penta and Hayes. What's the bar light for the win?
And a kick out by Hayes.
Penta realizing you may only get one opportunity where it's one-on-one. Let's capitalize.
Looking for the Penta driver. Carmelo Hayes able to switch. Sends Penta to the corner. Penta now caught by Hayes. Hayes in his 3rd King of the Ring tournament here tonight. Penta in his 2nd. Hayes now with that fadeaway leg drop, taking out Penta. Covered now by the former U.S. champ and a kick out.
For the 2nd night in a row, an absolutely absolutely incredible atmosphere in the Inalpi Arena.
Oh! Kick right to the face with a kick of his own. And they are showing out tonight. And that kick will drop Carmelo Hayes by Penta. Meanwhile, Femi and Solo Sikoa continue to battle outside the ring. This year, Corey, the 25th King of the Ring in the history of WWE will be crowned.
Oh, wait a minute, Cole. We can have another Titanic clash on our hands.
Redwood like Tonga staring into the eyes of Femi, who realizes he's got to take care of action in the ring in order to advance.
Oh, no, Penta and Hayes with the same idea.
Double choke slam by the roller. Almost Femi has this place rocking. And waste up. Matchup advances to the semifinals of the prestigious King of the Ring tournament. Hayes and Penta in the ring. Obafemi's been taken out outside the ring by Solo Sikoa, who is now back into the fray. Moments ago, Femi driven hit first into the steel steps by Solo Sikoa. And Femi, of course, can be nowhere near 100% after that matchup with Lesnar last night.
7F5.
1 through our announce table.
Oh,
Come
now
on.
backing it up to
on,
Penta. This
Oba.
crowd in Italy tonight is magic. No doubt
Come
about it.
on.
Femi won clothesline. Running into Solo Sikoa like Myles Garrett. Obafemi now. Which goes. Super kick!
Oh,
Solo Sikoa, first 48 by Hayes. Penta with a kick. Oba is staggered. Yeah, but Hayes can't believe Oba's still on his feet after that first 48. Oh! Shoulder first to the post. The quickness pays off. And again, an opportunity for Penta to solo or Hayes here. And now Tonga gets involved, driving Femi into the steel post. And Solo says, one more. It is monster now. Assaulting Femi. No disqualifications. And Femi sent into the crowd. The 7-foot weapon of the MFT, Tonga paying off. But keep your eyes on the Intercontinental Champion, Carmelo Hayes gets in the mix.
Come on, Carmelo Hayes.
Hayes almost overshot Penta, scrambling to get the champion back in the ring. Hayes gonna go up top. Carmelo Hayes looking to pick the suit away. Hayes now, nobody home. Roll through. Sikoa with a big clothesline. Penta with a kick. Non-stop action, fatal four-way. Oh, just uncorked that hellacious clothesline to the Intercontinental Champion. Samoan spike. Hayes able to duck underneath. Carmelo Hayes down. Face first goes Sikoa. And Penta hooking Hayes. The Penta driver. Cover now. The Intercontinental Champion, Solo Sikoa, saving the matchup. Non-stop action on Monday Night Raw. This is what it means to become King of the Ring. A dozen WWE Hall of Famers have won the King of the Ring tournament over the years. The very first King of the Ring, 1980. Oh, wait a minute. Oba Femi has risen. Tonga got caught. Oh, Femi didn't pay. Now Oba Femi. Now, did you hear that? Did you hear that? They are down across the Mediterranean. A spine buster by Femi. Oba Femi is on the loose. Look out, fellas. Tonga does it over the announce table. Femi. Yes, Sikoa sends him across the ring. This is nuts. Oba Femi with Sikoa up. Fall for grace. Oba Femi advances to the King of the Ring. Here is your winner, Oba
Femi.
Femi. All I can say is wow.
Oba.
Wow. One bad arm and all, the ruler returned tonight as a one-man army on a mission. That is a 7-footer. Tonga launched into an announce table. Solo Sikoa meets the same fate.
Come
And
on.
then a thunderous fall from grace for Solo. And Oba advances in the King of the Ring tournament. Let's give it up to all four men in this fatal four-way match tonight. This is what the King of the Ring tournament is all about. Star-making moments.
Brock Lesnar questioned me. He asked me if I could take an ass whooping. He said, Oba Femi, what do you do after receiving an ass whooping? Oba Femi, what do you do after receiving a beatdown? Oba Femi, what do you do after taking 7 F5s? I'm standing, I'm winning, I took your best shot, and I'm still here. And at the end of the day, I will be King of the Ring. And you coward, Brock Lesnar, don't you ever forget, it is 1-1. I'll see you down the line.
SummerSlam.
All I can say is good luck to whoever beats this man in a semifinals match, which Corey will be 1-on-1. Take a look at the current bracket for the men's King
rumor has it, fans. Who
You know me,
will
Dom,
oppose
boy,
Obafemi? That dubious distinction belongs to Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, or Damian Priest. Not much of a reward for winning, if you ask me.
I'll tell you one thing. Brock Lesnar woke something up in Obafemi last night. He was out of control here on Raw.
And we wondered how Obafemi would respond in the wake of a beatdown from the Beast. We just got our answer.
And remember what happens for the winner of the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring tournament. They head to SummerSlam, where they will battle for the world title in one of the main events. Of course, SummerSlam, a two-day spectacular first weekend of August in Minnesota. Tickets are available for that two-day event right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, it is our main event. It is the latest chapter in the saga between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
There is a reason I lost to Gunther at WrestleMania. There is a reason Roman Reigns is walking around with my World Heavyweight Championship. The reasons for those things are one and the same, and they have a name, and that name is Braun Breaker. I gave you everything. Let me say this plainly so even your pea brain can understand it. You are not ready.
I'm not ready. I never needed you and your vision.
Rollins called Breaker the undisputed future of the industry. Well, folks, the future is now.
And you want to blame me for you losing the World Heavyweight Championship? Truth is, your body can't handle it, your mind is too brittle, and your shoulder can't handle the weight of a strap on it anymore. From here on out, every single day, from this day forward, I will be coming after you. I'm going to attack you. I'm going to ruin everything that you have ever done.
I know that I am a marked man. I know that I have absolutely zero allies. But I also know I had to put an end to the vision. What has occurred to me is that sometimes the easiest way out of a situation is to run right through it.
Freaking Rollins is never going to be ready to have a vision of victory over Braun Breaker.
While Braun Breaker seems to unanimously be agreed upon as the future of this industry, the man who formed the vision, the visionary himself, Seth freaking Rollins, was to put Breaker in the rear-view mirror for good tonight in our main event.
And 24 hours ago, this young woman had the biggest win of her career. Soruka, the brand new Intercontinental Champion, joins us live next on Netflix.
to join me in welcoming the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca.
Look at that. Funny. But in order to complain that. Put it on your way
Before last night, many questioned whether or not Sol Ruca was ready for the
Come
moment,
on,
ready
Sol
for the spotlight.
Ruca.
People asking those questions included the now former Intercontinental Champion, the man Becky Lynch. Sol Ruca stepped up to the big time and showed the world this is where she belongs. And of course, Becky Lynch just can't take a back seat, can she? She's been on social media all day today, blaming everyone for her loss last night, including Jessica Carr, the official, the sneakers worn by Sol Ruca. I mean, just about everything. Don't take anything away from Sol Ruca, the brand new Intercontinental Champion. What a night last night.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Deserve it.
Sol, all of Torino chanting you deserve it. Big win. Congratulations. Did you ever think that less than a month after officially joining Monday Night Raw that you would be standing here in the middle of the ring as a champion?
Kathy, this has been a dream come true. I believed that I could be a champion,
That's right.
but most importantly, all of you believed in me too. So from the bottom of my heart, grazie.
Grazie.
And honestly, props to Becky Lynch. I know that she was very against having this match in the first place. I know that she thought that I wasn't ready. But she still came out here and she gave me the chance to test myself against the very best.
Yes.
And I proved her wrong.
Huh.
And it's not just me saying it, everyone is saying it. But as tough as it was to beat Becky Lynch, my work here is just getting started.
That's right.
This title deserves a fighting champion. You all deserve a fighting champion, and that is exactly what I am going to be. But if you think that I'm just some rookie, or if you underestimate me, like Becky did, well, at this point, I think we all know how that's going to end.
Mhm.
Your soul will be mine, and we will hear the exact words we heard last night. Sol Ruca, the Intercontinental
Champion.
Champion!
Congratulations once again to Sol Ruca. But Corey, now the tough part begins. As he goes from hunter to hunted, everyone wants a shot at the title.
The old adage in this business is one thing to win a championship, is another entirely to keep it. Savor the moment. Congratulations, Soluka. Get ready for the run of your life.
And great respect shown by our fans here tonight in Turin, Italy, for Soluka, the new Intercontinental Champion. What a night last night at Clash in Italy. And I want to show you something that aired on social media that happened after the show went off the air. It was interesting seeing backstage.
I'll get to him later. Trust me. Hey, with Jacob, you gotta stay honest. You're the only one that understands the tough love, and that's what he needs to understand. Matter of fact, let me holler at you real quick. You've had this one before, but you never tasted the other one. I need you to go win that King in the Ring. Take it. Go to SummerSlam and take the other one. Come on, don't ever forget, bro. There's 2 wins at the table. I need you to level up. Yeah, listen. Love. Yeah, respect. Big Jam. Stay with me. I need you. He needs to do this on his own. He's got it. Yeah.
And when Jay has his marching orders.
The Trouble is a tag team match in the #1 call. Introducing first, the team of Dragon Lee and WWE Hall of Famer, Rey
Rey Mysterio was in Monterrey, Mexico Saturday night. Told me it was one of the loudest crowds he's ever heard in his career. Italy giving Mexico a run for its money. We've got tag team action on tap. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio versus Ethan Page and Rusev.
All pizzas at Domino's are
alliance, at least from Page's perspective. This guy's trying to undermine Rusev at every turn.
Well, are you implying that Rusev doesn't have the wherewithal to undermine Ethan Page? You think Rusev doesn't have any ulterior motives? Ethan Page took Penta to the limit at Saturday night's main event and came within an eyelash of becoming Intercontinental Champion.
But did he win?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so back to the line, as they say.
Well, listen, I personally believe Ethan was so impressive, he deserves another opportunity. And maybe Rusev is trying to learn a thing or two from Ethan Page. Maybe Rusev believes, wait a minute, he can improve upon Ethan's performance and be the man to take out the Intercontinental Champion Penta himself.
Well, a tag made to Rusev. I'm going to tell Rusev later on tonight that you said he needs to learn a few things from All Ego Ethan Page. Let's see how well that sits.
Listen, you trying to get me bombed on that, Cole? So what kind of partner you are.
And Rusev fired up against Dragon Lee here tonight. Dragon Lee is a high flyer, but we've seen Corey. He can get aggressive. He can go to toe-to-toe with the toughest of them.
And on the other side of the coin, as big and powerful as Rusev is, for a man of his size, he is incredibly fast and even more agile. You can never count Rusev out of a battle, no matter the style forced to utilize.
I wonder really what Rusev thinks about this alliance with Page. I think he just tolerates the guy. He's rather annoying.
Are you implying that Rusev has no free will? Obviously, Rusev signed on the dotted line, agreed to the matchup. Rusev believes there's something to gain from this contest.
Well, I think Page just humors him. And now Ethan Page, All Ego Ethan Page.
You've been around this game long enough. You keep your friends close, you keep your enemies closer. Maybe that's what Ethan Page and Rusev are doing. It's brilliant, if you ask me.
So Rhea and Charlotte do that last night, right?
Exactly.
And now look at Dragon Lee sending Ethan Page into the corner. All Ego Ethan Page, the longest reigning NXT North American champion in history. Dragon Lee also held that title. And Lee over the top with a kick.
Wrecking ball, drop kick, rocks the jaw of All Ego. Dragon Lee right now, and Fuego.
Oh, and the drop kick right into the face. Into the middle of the ring. Come now, hook for the leg, and a kick out by Ethan Page. And this crowd has been electric all night.
So very courteous, reminding Dragon Lee that was in fact only two.
Ethan Page now. Will be sent into the ropes. Tag made. I don't think Dragon Lee realizes it.
Oh, no, I think you're right, Coleman. Great wherewithal by the Lion of Bulgaria.
And the official, Jessica Carr, made sure it was a legal tag. Dragon Lee, though, rolls on Rusev. Shoulders down, kick out at 2.
I did speak to the quickness of Rusev moments ago, but let's be honest with ourselves. His speed is no match for the future of Lucha Libre. Dragon Lee. And the same can still be said for the WWE Hall of Famer. Ethan Page! Brilliant!
Rusev from behind now.
Yeah.
Slamming Lee to the mat. And that was brilliant. I got to give Ethan Page credit there. They've taken over. by the team of Rusev and All Ego Ethan Page. The Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio yet to come into this matchup.
Ethan Page and Rusev have worked incredibly well as a unit thus far. Dragon Lee out of the way just in time. There goes Rusev over the top.
Yeah, Lee's got a chance. Lee's got an opportunity. Rey wants in this matchup.
Italy wants Rey in this matchup. This place is live and loud.
Ethan trying to prevent Dragon from making a tag. Dragon back to the corner. And now Rusev back up on the apron to make a tag. Again, working so well as a team.
Ethan Page possesses an incredibly high in-ring IQ. Great situational awareness.
And now Rusev mocking Rey, the man who beat him last week. And that'll draw the official, and it allows a double team now on Dragon Lee. You can see the frustration by Rey. Normally, he would not make a mistake like that.
Can you do me a favor, Michael Cole? Can you, for one time tonight, just be honest with the fact that Rusev and Ethan Page are working as a tag team extremely well?
They are.
Better than Mysterio and Dragon Lee?
Thanks to the leadership of Rusev.
Listen, there are no leaders. It's a team. They're equals right now.
And Lee now sent into the corner. He'll blast Ethan Page. Rusev now runs into a kick. Ethan Page trying to get involved. Dragon Lee fighting out of the corner. Gotta love the fight of this young man.
Certainly do.
Intercepted by Rusev.
Desperately reaching for Rey Mysterio. Inching closer.
Dragon with a kick. He's got a chance.
And Mysterio trying to start a rally for Dragon Lee.
Lee's got separation. Can he drag himself across the ring to his partner? Critical moment in this match for Dragon Lee. Rusev trying to, there makes the tag. Tag! Here comes Rey. Rey and Ethan Page, the legal men in this matchup. There goes Page.
And Zagiri takes down All Ego.
Rey hopes to earn a future Intercontinental Championship opportunity against Penta, a match we'd all love to see. Putting on a show tonight with Page. Look at that, at the same time off the top rope. Rey Mysterio somewhere along the line found the fountain of youth, ladies and gentlemen. And a kick out by Page. And Rusev knocked off the apron.
Your eyes on Page.
All Ego takes advantage, and again, great awareness for Page.
And once again, wonderful teamwork by the team of Rusev and Page. Rusev drew Mysterio's attention. Page turned the tide.
I have to admit, I've been impressed, and also impressed here with Mysterio. Rusev out of the ring.
How can you not be impressed by Rey Mysterio?
Page sends Mysterio across the ring. Rey hanging on. Right to the knees. In position.
Unless you're taking a parent with you.
It's 1-9.
And Rusev. Dragon Lee makes him pay.
Oh, incidental contact. Page from behind.
And Rey kicks out at 2. Almost cost Rey Mysterio as he ran into his partner on the apron.
And again, you don't have to like it, but you have to give credit where it's due. Ethan Page recognized the situation immediately, called the audible, and got control for his team again.
A number of times in this match tonight, the Page has done that. A tremendous in-ring IQ for this man. And Rey with an elbow to the face. Rey Mysterio's second rope lands on the shoulders of All Ego, Ethan Page. Uh-oh, caught him. Puts Mysterio in position here. Boston Crab. Boston Crab, center of the ring.
Rey with nowhere to go.
Dragon Lee with a kick. Here comes Rusev. Dragon Lee sends Rusev into Page. Little payback.
Big knee rocks the Bulgarian.
And Dragon Lee, who loves to spread his wings and fly with fire.
Wow! Pope Suicida.
And now Ring, he sends Ethan Page into position.
Don't forget the Bell of the Country code.
Plus 52. In Mexico. 619 by Rey. Dropping the dime. Cover. Dragon Lee with the win. What a match.
Here are your winners, the team of Dragon Lee and Rey
Mysterio.
The celebration for these two. Mysterio, of course, we mentioned before, the general manager of AAA, and immediately following Raw tonight on Netflix, you'll hear Rey Mysterio, you'll hear JBL, you'll hear Corey Graves. It's a special encore presentation of Mask versus Mask from this past Saturday night, immediately following Raw, right here tonight on Netflix. I cannot wait to watch it again and hear your stellar commentary. Thanks, Cole.
Yeah, and you remember last week?
Of course.
I talked to Rey Mysterio.
Really?
You know what he wants?
Yeah.
He wants a crack at this goal.
Perfect.
You know who else wants it?
What?
The WWE Universe.
Wow.
Let me work on it. I'm going to make it happen because we all want it, and I think it's
Thank
box
you.
office. This is awesome, boss. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't you go anywhere.
What is on your mind?
What's on your mind? Because I just saw the beginning of the night, and it's a bloodline old out there. I went to Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Tuesday. And then last week, I'm seeing you making house calls to Roman Reigns' locker room. You ain't ever come to my little locker room not once. I always got to come behind you in these little
Wait
hallways.
just a second. What do you think you saw?
Hold on, let Adam Pearce.
Me here from
You feeling
LA
Uzi?
Knight.
I feel like you're feeling Uzi. Since you want to rewind the clock back on the bloodline, maybe we need to go ahead and get you a little honorary Ooze t-shirt. We'll walk up to the merchandise stand, we'll get you a little Ooh Falafel, and if you keep doing enough favors, maybe Roman Reigns will bring you in as part of the family.
No, maybe I'm talking to Roman Reigns because he's the world champion ahead of a world championship match, which, by the way, is nobody's business but mine and the world champion. That's what was going on.
Let me just
I don't know what you saw.
What I saw right now is I'm seeing you giving energy to me that I don't remember you ever giving to Roman Reigns. If somebody told you you could bow up to me, somebody told you the wrong story. I will pull you out of retirement just to put you back in. Now that we got that straight, the bottom line is this. Well, it looks to me like the only person you want to be the world heavyweight champion is Roman Reigns. It ain't Jake Fatu. Damn sure ain't me. But here's your opportunity. Tell me you want me to succeed. Make me believe.
Here's what I believe. Jacob Fatu's a liability. And you're going to believe whatever you want. But here's the bottom line. You think I'm playing favorites and I want to put the bloodline back together? No. I'm trying to keep family blood in line.
No. What's that? What's that?
There's LA Knight now. Well, here's a man that knows LA Knight extremely well, and he's in our main event tonight. Braun Breaker of the Vision against Seth Rollins, live on Netflix.
I wish we could actually catch up.
Whoa.
Get presented by DoorDash on Netflix. It has been quite the night tonight. It has been a raucous crowd here in Turin, Italy. Michael Corey Graves at ringside welcoming you back to the program. And we had breaking news earlier on today concerning what's going to happen after Raw tonight.
It has been a massive weekend for the wrestling world, for WWE in the United States, in Mexico, right here in Italy. And this is your opportunity to relive the magic of the mask versus mask match from AAA Noche de los Grandes that took place Saturday night. The match much of the world is calling one of the best matches in decades. It will be shown in its entirety immediately following Monday Night Raw. But until we get there, take a look at some of the highlights to whet your appetite.
This has been a clash months in the making. Original El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Mask versus mask. There can only be one. Both lines are going to be changed forever. One for the better, one for the much worse. When you lose your mask, when you lose your identity, you lose everything. The highest of stakes in the world of lucha libre. El Grande Americano asking for more. This is a career-defining moment. Oh no, Los Americanos Hermanos. The saga of El Grande Americano could prove to be a tragedy. Wait a second. Lion Bravo. ¡Ay, Dios mío! Oh, it's ojitos. The original's past come back to haunt him. Oh, and low blow. Wait a minute, what's she doing here? Andrea was fired as a condition to do this match. Andrea bought a ticket. And Americano has been unleashed. There it is. The original Americano just lost everything. There can only be one. El Grandes Americano. Corey, you were there. You had the opportunity to call it. To me, that was everything that professional wrestling is all about.
I could not agree with you anymore. I think I felt every emotion that I've ever felt in my entire life in the span of about an hour. An incredible night that will live on forever in Lucha Libre history.
But let's show you what happened after the match.
I put on this mask to go on a quest to learn the art of Lucha Libre so I could defeat all the luchadors in the world that I hated. In that process, on my journey, I learned everything there was to know about Lucha Libre, about Mexico, about AAA, the Mexican people, and the Mexican culture. I stand here today in front of you, not as a mask, but as a man. Tonight, I could not overcome the Mexican spirit. But understand this, I will always be the original El Grande Americano. From now on, you are the only El Grande Americano. Mi nombre es Chad Gable. I was born March 8th, 1986 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the United States of America. This is my beautiful family, my wife, and my 3 lovely children. Mark my words, I don't know when, but I don't know how. Chad Gable will be back in AAA. From now on, this is yours.
That will live on forever in Lucha Libre lore. The one and only El Grande Americano.
Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA will hold its largest annual event, Triple Mania, across 2 nights for the first time this September. Triple Mania 34 will take place on Friday, September 11th at the Luxor in Las Vegas, followed by Arena CDMX in Mexico City on Sunday, September 13th. Ticket pre-sale starts this Thursday. Tickets on sale Friday via WWE.com/TripleMania34.
And a reminder, immediately following Monday Night Raw here tonight on Netflix, a special encore presentation, Mask versus Mask in its entirety.
I promise the highlights do not do it justice.
Yes, right.
The following is a first-round match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first from Tokyo, Japan, Io
Sky.
The men had their opportunity earlier tonight, and they stole the show. The women expect to do the same. First round matchup, fatal four-way, Queen of the Ring, live next on Netflix. And there it goes over the right field fence. This one is toward back. He goes deep to center. It's the hottest event of the summer. There it is. What a finish. It's the Home Run Derby, live on Netflix. Thank you.
She's going to play a similar role, physically speaking, in this contest to the men's side of things that began tonight with Alba Femi, the monster powerhouse. Will Lash Legend have the same luck? Time will tell. Well, three very
Come on,
incredible
Waxy.
superstars in the ring against Lash Legend tonight. Fatal four-way rules. First one to game, pinfall or submission will win the match. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. The winner advances to the semifinals. You say styles make fights. You got four extremely unique competitors with four very unique styles inside the ring. Once the bell rings, it could be chaos.
It's 2, right? It's 3 hours.
Former champions, them all. Of course, Lash Legend, the tag team champion. Roxanne Perez, NXT champion. Julia, United States champion. Io Sky, two-time world champ, among other accolades. And we're underway. And a right hand by Legend. And Legend just yoked up Perez. What do the other three have to do to make sure Legend doesn't win this thing? I would utilize the strategy we saw in the opening men's contest. Gang up on the big man. Gang up on the big woman in this instance. Take out Lash Legend and then fight amongst yourselves. And Julia just caught by Legend as she rushed across the ring. Now Legend showing off her power. Io Sky launching herself off the top rope. That's what it's going to take. Oh, and from behind to neutralize Lash Legend, and Perez making the most of an opportunity. And Roxanne Perez now blocking Io Sky. The best strategy in a fatal four-way competition.
Yeah.
You realize your windows are going to be small. They're going to be very limited. You need to capitalize when the time is right. Oh, Roxanne Perez sending Io out of the ring.
It's your time to shine.
Here comes Perez, but well, Julia ran interference. Yeah, and ran into a boot by Legend in Perez. And now Lash Legend, guillotine cinched in by a beautiful madness. And will Legend tap out here? If she does, if she submits, Julia will win this matchup. I don't care how big and strong you are. If you can't catch your breath, you can't fight. Legend placing Julia up on the top rope now. And Julia fighting back that confident blend of strong style, technical grappling of Julia. And now Lash Legend just overpowering Io Sky. Look at this! Roxanne Perez as well. Julia with a missing front kick from the top rope. Julia now with an opportunity to capitalize.
29.
Ripped up off the mat is Io. And Julia feeling it tonight in control. And we're off. Whataburger just hits the bill. Apparently it's Texas State. Oh no, he's gonna double dip. No, he didn't. Woo!
We are back on Monday Night Raw. Julia and Roxanne Perez working together. This one take Lash Legend out of the equation here. It's a fatal four-way matchup. Winner via pinfall or submission, no countouts, no disqualifications. Winner advances to the semifinals. Oh. Julia now working in tandem with Perez.
Alliance of necessity, at least for the moment.
Oh, that didn't last too long.
Maybe.
Better together.
It's like she had got on. Like she had got on.
Not bad strategy. Oh, Roxanne from behind. Would you expect anything different? Roxanne Perez turning her back on Julia, who got suckered in. And now Perez, cover on Sky. Hook of the leg. Kick out by Io.
Sometimes you got to be a little underhanded, a little conniving, and that's what Roxanne Perez understands better than arguably anyone in this matchup.
Well, Roxanne Perez has made a career out of being conniving.
Big uppercut in the corner, rocks the jaw up. Io Sky. Perez now perched on the middle rope.
Roxanne Perez says she's going to have the crown, but not so fast.
Drop kick by Io Sky right to the sternum of Perez.
Io picking up the pace now. William Perez takes her out at the knee.
Lightning speed from the genius of the Sky.
Basement drop kick. And now Julia back into the mix. Io quickly out to the apron. Julia misses wildly. Io Sky hangs her up on the top rope. And Julia running into Roxanne Perez. They're punches flying everywhere. Io Sky now from the top. Double missile drop kick. And a kip up by Io.
It is insane in Italy tonight for the genius of the Sky.
No, it's not a boxing recruit.
And Io, the Watch attack.
No, it's not.
Double snap with Watch Legend.
Watch Legend back into it. Just ragdolling Io Sky here. And that's the power game of Legend. Io rolls through, stop to the midsection.
Sky's technical game second to none, but watch Julia.
Then Io outside the ring. Julia now. Arena Darche! Cover! Is it enough to put Legend away? And Roxanne Perez breaks things up. Golden opportunity there for Julia.
That was Julia's best opportunity to this juncture in the matchup, but Roxanne Perez all too happy to play spoiler yet again.
And Perez ducks underneath. Roxy.
And the side Russian leg sweep perhaps.
And Io Sky. Caught by Perez as well.
Doubled up.
Great move by Roxanne.
Combination DDT and Russian leg sweep by the Prodigy.
Knees right to the back of the neck. Cover now on Sky. Will Perez advance to the semis. Kick out at 2 by Sky. What an incredible fatal four-way. Much like the night earlier tonight. It's what the Queen of the Ring tournament's all about. An opportunity to go to SummerSlam and battle for a championship in the main event.
Perez looking for pop offs out of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, but Io Sky drops her right in the back of her head.
Great counter, ugly landing for Roxanne.
And Io now wants to put Roxanne away. Says this is it. Genius to the Sky. Heading up top. And Julia gonna meet her there.
Julia has been extremely impressive thus far in this matchup. Perhaps this was the opportunity she's been waiting for.
Yeah, best she's looked in a long time. Julia, the former two-time United States champion.
And the beautiful madness with a double underhook on the genius of the Sky.
Roxanne Perez right to the back of Julia.
Got Julia right in the hamstring.
A chaotic situation here in the far corner.
Oh no, this never ends well.
Well, especially now that Lash Legend's back in the ring.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
And Lash Legend looking to show off.
Show off.
Down goes Roxanne and Julia.
The bougie bully imposing her will on the competition.
And now Lash has Roxanne in position for the Lash extension. And now turns her attention to Julia. Lash with a Lash extension. into the cover now on Julia. Watch Io. Io Sky with a stop to the spine. And now Sky's got a chance. Effortlessly flowing to the top turnbuckle. Over the moonsault. Cover.
One.
Io Sky's got the semi-finals of Queen of the Ring. Here is your winner, Io Sky. Corey, if tonight's two matches are any indication, just in the first round, this is going to be a hell of a tournament that culminates 3 weeks from Saturday in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions.
No doubt about it. We mentioned how stacked the field was, a series of fatal four-way matchups tonight to open the tournament. The genius of the Sky reminds the world why she earned the moniker, why you can never bet against her, and why she may be headed to Minnesota to SummerSlam in the main event. The over-the-moon moonsault takes out Julia. What a win. Congratulations, Io Sky, who advances. Let's take a look at the other side of the bracket who could potentially oppose Io. We're talking Bayley, Raquel Rodriguez, Casey Jane, or Kiana James. I cannot wait to see this thing unfold.
Io Sky believes her time is now to win the Queen of the Ring tournament and head to SummerSlam.
Pierce, I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but I was a little shocked when I saw the Queen of the Ring bracket and found out I wasn't.
Look, I know exactly how I feel. This year, the Queen of the Ring is stacked, which means I had to make some tough decisions. It's nothing personal, you know how I feel about you.
Great. So you overlooked me again.
No,
Yeah.
you're a former Intercontinental Champion. Look, if an opening comes up, you're at the top of the list.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have a good day.
You all right, babe?
I'm fine.
Babe, you never overlooked in our eyes. We always have your back. But, AT and I've noticed you hanging out more with us in Theory lately, and babe, it's bad news.
Otis, I know what I'm doing. You guys might not understand it, but can you please just trust me on this? Okay?
There is Seth freaking Rollins set to do battle in our main event against Braun Breaker. Coming up on Raw.
Next.
Just the fault did so many things that just... Hey, how are you? Stephen A. Smith, how are you?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, very nice.
You know, you're a bad luck charm.
No! I heard that you're a big New York Knicks fan. You've been very, very, very rude to Danhausen. So unfortunately, you are cursed.
Me?
You better be nice to Danhausen. Just ask Stephen A. Smith. How about them Knicks?
This is for the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks. I guess you can be uncursed temporarily until I decide otherwise.
Great news! The New York Knicks scored 1 trillion points or whatever it is because Danhausen uncursed them, and now they get to continue playing on in NBA jams.
You mind Danhausen lifting the curse on the Knicks, and they have been 7-0.
That's Danhausen cursed the Cavaliers. The Knicks have won.
Flipping of the hex switch from upon the Knicks to upon the Cavs put them on a generational run.
Best news of all humans.
For the first time since 1999, we can say the Knicks are going to the NBA Finals.
Now these little what-time seats. Yes, that's right. And the curse will continue.
I am here with Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and you both find yourselves in the Queen of the Ring tournament with a championship opportunity at SummerSlam on the line. I have to ask, what happens if you two cross paths?
Oh, I mean, we don't have to get that far into it yet. We beat the Judgment Day last week. You guys see that? We're in line for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We've been knocking on the door for a year, Adam Pearce, so we got to get that done. But I mean, we can't do both at the same time because I've never been in the Queen of the Ring tournament. She's made it to the finals of the tournament. So if we end up...
Congratulations! I truly hope you heard everything they were saying out there because you really deserve it. And I am so happy that you came along and finally ended Becky's reign of terror.
Thanks, dude. I just hope I can do right by this title like we did.
Well, since you mentioned that, I couldn't challenge for that title for the longest time, but
I'm
now
taking
that
over
you're
down. Okay. I would be honored to defend this title against the first person to ever hold it. Consider them as I do. We were in the middle of something. I'll see you up. Did you hear that?
Clearly disappointing for Bailey, but Bailey does have something to look forward to next Saturday on WWE's YouTube channel. Bailey will be part of a 6-woman tag team match as a part of AAA. And while we're talking AAA tonight, don't go anywhere because as soon as Raw reaches its conclusion, we will air a special encore presentation of the mask versus mask match between the original El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano from this past Saturday at AAA Noche de los Grandes Night 1. And it takes place right after Raw here tonight. Meanwhile, 2 great nights in Turin, Italy, and the WWE European Summer Tour continues. A number of live events over this week, including Friday in Bologna. That is where Friday Night SmackDown will be. King and Queen of the Ring tournament continue in Bologna. We move on to Rome and Florence in Italy as well. And then next Monday, Corey and I will be at ringside for Monday Night Raw live in Paris, France. What a night we have in store for the City of Lights. And again, next week, the King of the Ring first round tournament continues. Another fatal 4-way match. Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tawa Tonga, and Ricky Saints will be in that matchup. And on the Queen's side of things, how about this fatal 4-way match? Current Women's World Champion Liv Morgan, who is not content. She demanded she be part of this tournament because she wants all of the gold. Will have to get through the man, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green to make it through the first round next week in Paris.
Bailey, and then Lyra, and then this, and I was supposed to be Queen of the Ring. This was my chance, and I was just like, guys, got my head fitted for the crown. It's gonna look so good.
I know it's been a rough couple of weeks. You have to remember who the hell we are. Roxy, I know that you're upset, but you're still family, and I think that's what matters the most.
Well, yeah, I could have used family, but what's your plan?
Roxy, my sweet little Roxy. The Judgment Day don't count when we miss opportunities. The Judgment Day takes opportunities, right, guys? Right, guys?
Right.
And we are taking these 2 tournaments because Dominic and I are going to become the new king and queen of the ring. I'm so excited. Oh? Or you? Or him? Or me? It doesn't matter. The point is that one of us is bringing it back to the clubhouse because the Judgment Day runs Wednesday night.
Right. Wow.
Now let's go
Judgment
explore
Day
Italy,
one
guys. Let's
night,
go celebrate. Let's go have some fun. It's beautiful out there. Roxy, don't be upset. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Way to read the room.
Damn. Ako na minutes.
His opponent, accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer, the Oracle, Paul Heyman, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Vision, Braun Breaker. An unbelievable atmosphere here in Tornado League tonight as they were serenading Seth Rollins, but Corey, the mood just changed. The personification of intensity has arrived. Braun Breaker, as Seth Rollins referred to him, the head of the snake in the Vision. The Vision that was created by Seth freaking Rollins. This is the man who stuck the dagger in Rollins' back. And tonight, Rollins finally wants revenge. It was Seth Rollins who saw something in both Bronson Reed and this man, Braun Breaker. He brought him aboard along with the Oracle, Paul Heyman, to form this group in his vision. But 6 months after its creation, the day after Seth Rollins won the Crown Jewel Championship, he was stabbed in the back by Breaker in the Vision, and the rest is history. This is a rubber match, so to speak. Remember, Braun Breaker won back at Backlash last month in one of the biggest wins of his career. Back in 2023 at NXT, Braun Breaker still cutting his teeth there. Seth Rollins went down and defeated the unpredictable badass. And when it comes to in-ring experience, the edge obviously goes to Seth freaking Rollins, one of the most decorated WWE superstars on the roster. On the other side of things, you've got Braun Breaker, who is in fact still a little green as far as some aspects of this game. The difference is Braun Breaker has explosive power and speed that can overcompensate for his lack of experience. Breaker wastes a little time, sending Rollins into the corner, and we are underway. Breaker now one half of the tag team champions. Of course, Logan Paul out for months with a triceps injury. He underwent surgery last week. So Breaker and Austin Theory, the current tag champs, as Rollins now unloading on Braun Breaker. How quick! The quickness of Breaker into a German suplex. Lightning speed from Braun Breaker and power to match. Rollins going to have to be wily in this matchup tonight. Nice switch leg takedown of Braun Breaker. And Rollins now going to set Breaker up over the top rope and to the floor. That's one attribute Rollins does have in abundance. His ability to be wily, to be cagey, to rely on his veteran experience. The suicide dive by Rollins. Braun Breaker stumbling around outside the ring. Rollins isn't done yet. Delivers another one to Breaker, driving him into the barricade. And I like this from Seth. Take the fight to Braun early. Seth understands that Braun Breaker does have a gas tank on him. This thing can go into the deep waters, and that doesn't necessarily disqualify Braun Breaker from remaining a threat. And Paul Heyman went over to the council Braun, and he might want to get out of harm's way, and he did. But this time Breaker catches Rollins, going for yet another suicide dive, and driving it over the barricade and into the front row. Incredible atmosphere here tonight in Italy. Monday Night Raw live on Netflix. Our main event, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker going one-on-one. And Breaker's been putting on a clinic here.
Everything Seth Rollins has attempted, Breaker has been able to withstand or reverse, utilizing his explosive speed and power. But here comes the visionary.
Rollins fighting back.
What's that?
Open hand strikes lefts and rights.
The six-time world champion has Breaker covering up in the corner. The referee, Chad Pat, gonna have to separate the two. And again now, into a German suplex again. Breaker is so impressive.
Chase. See the effects of this battle beginning to add up for Seth freaking Rollins. Step slower than usual, favoring perhaps his lower boom, and now had his shoulder to the injury list.
And Breaker loving this, having his way with Rollins, and Seth does not want to be in this position.
Oh no,
he does. They're setting Rollins up for him. Breaker coming around the ring. Oh, flying elbow knocks Rollins down.
Breaker launched himself, what, 8-10 feet through the air? It was unbelievable athleticism possessed by this mutant Braun Breaker.
Torpedo-like impact on Rollins. And now pounding Rollins into the Italian announce table. And Breaker into the ring to break the count and right back on the attack. It's just his attitude of Breaker. Never slows down. Continue to fight. And now going to clear up the announce table here. Our Italian counterparts must be careful. Well, now our table, and I'm going to move.
What's that?
I don't need to be here.
Breaker just rearranging the furniture, clearing off everything. Rollins going to make it pay.
Rollins with Breaker on his shoulders, but Braun Breaker now.
Why does he keep doing that?
He right to the side.
Frozen. I'm trying to.
Then asking women what they do is like half of them say, nope, they don't shave anymore. They just let it all push out. Well, fuck no. Nasty women out there.
You turn out to be long by.
Huh?
Where is it? Where is it? Somebody know. the whole show. Anyway.
And there it was, the first great American yell, echoing like a sonic boom across history. This country didn't tiptoe onto the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. Liberty is loud, baby. Something to say? Say it. Something to prove? Prove it. Because in this country, in loud we trust.
Event here on Monday Night Raw. Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins involved in a classic, on what has been a classic night. Rollins now with Breaker up high. Can Rollins, he can't quite get him. Now he takes Breaker now, turns it around.
Breaker's got almost a triangle locked in or attempting.
Yeah, but Rollins down with Breaker up on his shoulders. And a sit-out powerbomb. Cover by Breaker. And a kick out. What an odd sequence there, but it paid off for Seth.
You have to understand, at this juncture of the matchup, exhaustion is a factor. Seth Rollins obviously wanted the buckle bomb, but when you factor in the fact that Braun Breaker is 225, 230 pounds of pure muscle, that is a lot of human being to carry a long way across the ring. Kudos to Rollins for recognizing that.
Breaker outside the ring. Rollins outside the ring. That's what has been an extremely physical matchup between these two men. This is what it's about. A rivalry that is back to Breaker stabbing Rollins in the back last October.
Rollins wanted to build Braun Breaker in his own vision, pun heavily intended, but instead, Seth was usurped by the badass. And now Rollins surveying the situation, trying to figure out which option to employ next.
And now with Breaker up on his shoulders, what is Rollins planning to do here? Seth Rollins trying to climb the steps with Breaker's carcass on his shoulders. And Breaker, though, driving Rollins into the post.
You hear the dogs tonight in Torino as Breaker makes the climb to the top turnbuckle. Look at Rollins.
Come on, Seth.
Superplex by Rollins. He's going to roll through. Seth. Trying to, and he does. Falcon Arrow. Cover.
1, 2.
Breaker kicks out.
We just had a seesaw on our hands. Braun Breaker attempted to reverse the momentum. Watch. Rollins always follows the superplex with the Falcon Arrow, but in this instance, it was Breaker who tried to deliver it. Rollins countered yet again and gained the upper hand, but not the fall.
Paul Heyman.
Breaker, Rollins down. Senior official Chad Patton checking out both men. Paul Heyman looking on outside the ring, a look of concern on his face. Rollins, I think he thinks he feels like he has Breaker where he wants him.
Yeah, but I think Rollins has been around this game long enough to know and to recognize, even when you think you've got Braun Breaker where you want him, that's not necessarily the case. Breaker possesses superhuman speed and power that can turn the tides of a matchup in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, but is he spent? That super kick dropped him. Seth went, a spear! A spear! And Seth went for the stomp!
If there was any saving grace for Seth Rollins, it's that Breaker had no time to build momentum. He executed that spear essentially from a stationary position. Painful, yes, but will it end Rollins? Probably not.
Seth Rollins also wisely, and I don't know if it was instinct or not, rolled out of the ring to get out of harm's way. Or maybe he's back in harm's way.
Breaker giving chase.
And now Breaker putting Rollins up on our announce table.
And things could go from bad to worse for the visionary now.
Look at the look in the eyes of the unpredictable badass. Braun Breaker looking to take out Seth Rollins from the Italian announce table. Rollins turned into a pedigree. Putting Breaker
Pedigree.
Rollins is hurt. What an incredible counter as Breaker went for the spear.
Rollins may have destroyed his own knee.
Breaker, no idea where he's at. Seth Rollins with another pedigree. Here's the cover. Breaker kicks out again.
What does Rollins have to do? What can Rollins conceivably do? After pedigreeing Breaker through the announce table, and then following up with the insurance pedigree inside the ring with Braun kick out.
And Rollins has got to be saying to himself, what the hell do I have to do to put this monster away?
If anyone can solve the puzzle that is Braun Breaker, it's the architect.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Austin Theory. Theory's out here. Breaker's tag team partner from the Vision. Theory trying to.
Theory sent right out here in front of us.
Breaker, shoulder first to the post. And now Rollins with a clothesline. Austin Theory trying to save this matchup for his partner.
Look at this. There is malice behind each and every one of those stomps from Rollins. And this could be the exclamation point.
Theory now
with the title.
The official is over there with Heyman, who drew Chad Patton. Theory just lost the title on the head of Rollins.
And once again, the Oracle proves it.
Look who's here! Look who's here!
Montez Ford! Ford to the outside!
Ford flies! Taking out Theory! Theory, the man who took out Joe Henry last week. And also Montez Ford's partner, Angelo Dawkins. Spear by Breaker.
Remember, Rollins and Ford appeared to reach some sort of agreement, some sort of understanding.
That turn around, Breaker, spear! Cover by Breaker, both legs hooked. Rollins is still in it! Rollins is still in it! How the hell is Rollins in it?
Braun Breaker asking himself that exact same question right now. Montez Ford hit the scene, took out Theory, but then would pay the same price as his partner Angelo Dawkins, and then the spear.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, a kick by Rollins. He just turned Braun Breaker into a human top. Stop! Breaker trying to roll out of the ring. Rollins, though, could have hooked the leg. Paul Heyman now. Come on, ref. Heyman did it. That damn fool, Paul Heyman, just saved the match for Breaker. What are you doing, Heyman? What are you doing?
He's doing what he has to do. He's doing what the Oracle should do. Heyman's protecting his investment.
Yeah, Heyman may want to bring out a life insurance policy right now because Seth Rollins is staring at the Oracle, who's out here gloating.
Now's not the time, Rollins. Now's not the time, Seth.
Yeah, but think about what
Yeah,
Heyman has
awesome.
done to Rollins, how he stabbed him in the back.
Seth, you need to finish the job.
Seth, turn around! Oh my God! Paul Heyman speared to the barricade! Pull it in, Breaker! Call it, corner! And now Breaker is even more incensed. Breaker seeing red. Oh, spear into the title. Rollins had the title, but wait a minute. Breaker down. He speared the title. Breaker down. Breaker speared the championship belt. Then Rollins was wisely holding around his waist.
I think Breaker knocked himself out.
And that was stopped by Rollins.
Now he's definitely out.
What a move by Rollins.
Uh-huh.
What a match. What a show. Here is your winner.
Seth.
Seth
What?
freaking Rollins! There's a reason he is called the architect. That he's the visionary. He wrapped the tag title around his waist, Corey. Use it as a shield to prevent the spear from Breaker.
Braun Breaker was so irate, the young man was seeing red. He wasn't paying attention to the fact that Rollins was now armed with one of his tag team championship belts. Breaker paid the ultimate price. What a win for Rollins, who can put the vision in the rear view mirror.
And now people got to check on Paul Heyman over here, who he hasn't moved since he was speared. Look at the EMTs out here. And this is what started it all. Seth Rollins would hit the stop. Now watch the Oracle, Paul Heyman.
Heyman knew exactly what he was doing in this instance, protecting his investment, trying to make sure that the head remained on the snake. Unfortunately, here's where it all went south. Braun Breaker spearing his own Oracle through the barricade.
Look at this.
Blind with rage, Braun Breaker may have knocked himself out there, but just to be sure, the visionary would deliver a stomp and pick up a decisive win
No.
over the
Oh,
unpredictable badass.
Boy, that is one of the most cerebral things I have ever seen. Seth Rollins protected himself from the spear. And what a win for the visionary.
If you're surprised by the strategy of the architect,
Wait a minute, Rollins, he's pointing over toward Montez Ford, who is out here tonight. Apparently, Ford and Rollins have put their differences aside, coming together for a common enemy in the assault on Montez Ford's partner, Angelo Dawkins, last week.
Thanks for watching.